All right, hi traders, welcome to the PineScript Basics course. I'm really excited to have you here. Thank you for joining up and trusting me with teaching you about this awesome programming language. I think you're going to love it. When I first began coding in Pine, I quickly became addicted to all of the various cool tools that I could build in this simple language. And ever since I wrote my first line of code in Pine, I've come to love the language, and it has completely revolutionized how I trade. Thanks to the power of Pine, I now feel like a cyborg trader. Pine has allowed me to significantly improve my trading, both my trading results and my trading efficiency and process. So I really hope you're excited to learn this language. If this is the very first programming language you have ever touched in your life, the first thing I want to say is don't be scared. This language is as simple as it comes. If you've ever used an Excel spreadsheet formula, it really is essentially the same thing, except that we're dealing with price action and indicator values for the most part. And if you are an experienced programmer, whether you're an expert in another language or you have just dabbled with another language, then I think you're going to find this basics course extremely helpful in getting you fast-tracked into understanding Pine, the syntax, and how to navigate the language. So before we begin, let me just quickly break down the course curriculum. There aren't a lot of sections to this course, but there is a fair bit of material here. So the first introduction section is going to introduce you to PineScript and programming. So if you have never written code before, you'll want to watch this intro to programming. If you're uncertain that PineScript is the right language for you, then you'll want to watch this lesson here, Why Learn PineScript, where I break down my top reasons why I think learning PineScript is the best option if you are a trader who uses TradingView. Then we have a half-hour presentation introducing you to the core concepts of PineScript, how the language functions, and what you can expect out of this language in terms of feature and functionality. Then I break down my personal anatomy of a script, so how I like to structure my scripts. I like to be as consistent in my coding as I am with my trading, and this lesson will just sort of give you a framework to build your scripts around. I find that does help, especially with beginner coders. Having a rough template to follow can be extremely helpful in preventing you from being overwhelmed by confusion or just getting lost. So I definitely encourage you to watch all of these videos, or at least the ones that are relevant to you. If you're experienced at programming, you don't need to watch the intro to programming. If you know that PineScript is the language you want to learn, you don't need to watch the Why Learn PineScript lesson. But all of these other ones I think will be quite helpful for you. Moving on, we then have the basics section. This section is basically cut out of the premium mastery course that I created. So this basics course will teach you everything you need to know in order to understand the basics of PineScript, and you can go out and start building your own scripts. The mastery course expands on this information significantly, and the mastery course includes dozens of practical examples of indicators, scripts, strategies, that sort of thing, where we build on all of the information we learn throughout the basic section and start applying that to real life practical use cases. So if you're not interested in the mastery course, or you're not ready to invest in that next level of your coding education, that's fine. You don't need to. You can learn all of this stuff for free on the internet. There's plenty of documentation out there for Pine. The main advantage of buying the mastery course is you get me guiding you through learning the language, and it will dramatically speed up the process, the learning process, as I break down all of the documentation and all of the most important things you need to know in order to go out and start building tools to assist in your trading. But if you're not interested in that, or you don't trust me for whatever reason to teach you that information, that's fine. You don't need the mastery course in order to master Pine. It just does help speed up the process significantly. The same way a trading course can help you become a better trader faster, the mastery course is the same idea. You can learn how to trade on your own through years of hard work and lessons learned the hard way, which isn't necessarily a waste of time, but it may be pain that you have to endure that was unnecessary if you just found a mentor, someone to guide you. It's the same deal here with the basics course and the mastery course. But anyway, the basics section has video lessons breaking down all of the core concepts of Pine, the foundational features of Pine. Each lesson builds on the previous, so I do recommend that you go through each lesson in order. Even if there's something here you're not interested in, we may touch on an example or explain a concept that applies to other features down the road. Now, once you've learned and understood the core foundational concepts of Pine, how the editor works, how the compiler works, how comments work, how the indicator function works, how libraries work in Pine, how to access price and indicator values, so open, high, low, close, RSI values, ATR, etc. And you understand the various data types that we have to work with. Then I teach you how to properly declare variables. I teach you how to get input from the user in your scripts from the settings menu. And then finally, we wrap up this section with generating alerts. And I show you a quick crash course in how to combine everything we just learned in this section to create alerts to set up on the TradingView servers using your own code. Now, once you've completed all of this, we do a brief section on drawing to the chart. So how to plot data onto the chart, how to change the colors of your chart, how to plot shapes, and finally, how to detect moving average crosses and draw that signal onto your chart. For those of you who just cringed when I said moving average crosses, don't worry, this isn't for trading purposes. This is purely for demonstration purposes. It's just a really simple example of how to get two indicator values, in this case, moving averages, and detect when something happens with those two values, and then draw that signal to the chart. What you learn in this lesson will apply to all indicators, all market conditions that you want to detect and signify on your chart. And then finally, once you've completed these two sections of the course, we have the PineScript Mastery section where I sort of try to upsell you and convince you that you should buy the Mastery course because one, I think it's awesome. I've put a lot of work into it, hundreds and hundreds of hours. I love teaching it. And obviously this is a business. So I'm a trader first and foremost. My main focus is trading and investing and building wealth. But the markets aren't always kind. There are weeks and sometimes months where I don't make money out of my trading. And so I do this on the side as a side business. And while the basics course is free, and I do hope it significantly helps you with your trading and helps you get started with Pine, I wouldn't be running a very successful business if I didn't try to convince you to buy something from me. But of course, as I said at the start of this introduction, you don't need to buy the Mastery course if you don't want to. But in this final video, I will explain why the Mastery course is so special. And in this final lesson here, we will actually build a practical tool. We'll build a script that detects trading setups on our chart just to show you how to apply everything we learn in the basics course. And then if you're feeling brave, once you've completed that lesson, you should be able to go out and start building your own tools. If you're experienced with programming, you probably will be able to hit the ground running. If you're not, you may need extra help, and that is where the Mastery course comes in. But anyway, that is it for the introduction to the basics course and the course overview. I'll leave you here to get started with the material. Good luck with both your coding, education journey, and your trading. I wish you all the best. I love trading just as much as you do. And as a passionate trader, I want all traders that come into contact with my material to succeed. And I really hope that this material can help you improve your trading in any way possible. Whether you're already profitable, I hope it helps you to be more profitable or more efficient. And if you're not yet profitable, I hope that it gives you some ideas on techniques to pursue that may help improve your edge over the markets. Anyway, with all that said, take care, best of luck with your trading and coding, and I will speak with you in the next lesson. Good luck.